September 1st, 1939. Before sunrise, German troops surge across the border into Poland. Armored divisions smash through defenses. Stuka dive bombers scream through the sky. Within hours, Europe is at war again. For Adolf Hitler, it is the beginning of a new empire. But to understand why the world collapsed into war once more, we must go back to the end of the previous catastrophe, back to the moment when peace was supposed to begin. November 11th, 1918. At the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the guns fall silent. After 4 brutal years of fighting, the First World War is finally over. Germany's armies are exhausted. Its people are starving. Its empire is collapsing. Germany's emperor, Kaiser Wilhelm II, abdicates and flees into exile. The once mighty German Empire is defeated. But within Germany, a dangerous belief begins to spread. Many German generals claim they were never truly defeated in battle. Instead, they argue that Germany was betrayed. Betrayed by weak politicians. Betrayed by socialists. Betrayed by Jews. This conspiracy theory becomes known as the stab-in-the-back myth, and it will poison German politics for years to come. In 1919, the victorious powers gather in Paris to decide the future of the world. Among them is the President of the United States, Woodrow Wilson. Wilson dreams of a new global order, a world where international disputes are settled peacefully, a world where war is no longer necessary. To achieve this, he proposes the creation of the League of Nations, an international organization where countries can debate conflicts instead of fighting wars. But the peace settlement contains a darker side. Germany is blamed for starting the war, and it must pay the price: the punishment of Germany. The Treaty of Versailles imposes harsh penalties. Germany loses huge amounts of territory. Millions of ethnic Germans suddenly find themselves living in foreign countries. The German military is reduced to just 100,000 men. Germany is forbidden to build tanks, submarines, or an air force. And worst of all, Germany is forced to pay enormous reparations. The total bill amounts to £6.6 billion, an astronomical sum for a country already on the brink of collapse. For many Germans, the treaty is not peace. It is humiliation. Europe is transformed. Old empires collapse. The Austro-Hungarian Empire disappears. In its place, new nations are created. Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Austria, Yugoslavia, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. For some people, these new states represent freedom, but for others, they create new tensions. Millions of Germans now live outside Germany's borders, and many dream of one day reuniting with their homeland. A ticking time bomb has been created. President Wilson's League of Nations is meant to guarantee peace, but it suffers a fatal blow almost immediately. Back in Washington, the United States Congress refuses to join. America turns inward. The country retreats into isolationism. Without the world's strongest nation, the League of Nations is weakened from the start. And when future crises emerge, it will prove powerless. Germany becomes a democracy. The new government is called the Weimar Republic. But from the beginning, it faces enormous problems. The country is deeply divided. Communists want revolution. Nationalists want dictatorship. Violent street battles erupt between rival factions. Then, disaster strikes, the hyperinflation crisis. In 1923, Germany's economy collapses. Hyperinflation spirals out of control. Prices rise so fast that money becomes worthless. People carry wheelbarrows full of banknotes just to buy bread. Life savings vanish overnight. Middle-class families are ruined. Faith in democracy collapses. And in the chaos, extremist politicians begin to gain support. Among these extremists is a fiery speaker named Adolf Hitler. Hitler was born in Austria. He fought in the German army during World War I and was awarded the Iron Cross. After the war, he joins a small political group called the National Socialist German Workers' Party, the Nazis. Hitler's speeches attract crowds. He blames Germany's problems on Jews, communists, Democrats, and the Treaty of Versailles. His message is simple. Germany must become strong again. Germany must reclaim its lost lands. And Germany must conquer new territory in the East. In 1923, Hitler attempts to seize power. In Munich, he launches a coup known as the Beer Hall Putsch. The attempt fails. Hitler is arrested and sentenced to prison. But prison becomes an opportunity. While incarcerated, Hitler writes a book, Mein Kampf, My Struggle. In it, he outlines his vision for Germany's future, a future built on dictatorship, racial purity, and territorial expansion. For a few years, Germany stabilizes. The economy improves. Extremist parties lose support. But then in 1929, disaster strikes again. The Wall Street crash triggers the Great Depression. Banks collapse. Businesses close. Unemployment explodes. In Germany, over 6 million people lose their jobs. Desperate voters turn to radical solutions. The Nazis promise strength, jobs, national pride, and revenge. Their support explodes.